We're making a direct line distinction between being in a relationship that might be difficult, that might be unsatisfying, that might not be what you want it to be, and a relationship where there's any danger. So if there is danger, then everything you do has got to be with your safety as your top priority. And I understand being trauma bonded. And I know people are like, well, just get out, like it's so easy. And I know that it's not. But I also know, being a psychotherapist for almost 30 years, that it's possible too. And that there are lots of ways that you can slowly but surely make a safe exit plan. I actually have something on my website, and I've done a podcast, how to safely leave an abusive relationship. I've got 800 videos on YouTube. I've got 10 years worth of a podcast. Like, I have 1 million free resources for anyone who needs them. But the most important thing if you are in a dangerous situation is that you do not broadcast what your intention is. That everything you do, you keep it super, super tight. Don't tell a lot of people. Maybe only tell one trusted person. Get legal advice if you are legally entangled with this person, whether you're married or whether you own things together. Like, you have to be incredibly aware of the danger. And abusers, of course, become more dangerous, especially as they energetically feel like they're losing their grip. So you really don't want to start asserting boundaries about things that don't matter, especially if you have a plan to leave. It's sort of like leave the status quo slowly but surely. I was just interviewing someone yesterday. She was talking about her best friend. It took a year, and then she had her go bag. He was out. She could do it, and like she had everything in place to go secret, to block him everywhere, to like, there's a whole way of doing it. But if you're listening, and you feel alone, and you're in that situation, there are so many resources to help you. And I understand the fear. It might make sense to buy a second phone, and maybe that's the one that you call a helpline with. Like, there's disposable phones that are not that expensive. Like, really, really think about yourself. What do you want for yourself? You might have children, and there's so many places where there's support to do it. But I think the distinction is really important. So don't feel like, well, I'm weak because I can't set boundaries with this person, or I can't stop anticipating their needs. No. You're doing what you need to do to stay out of harm's way to the best of your ability. And that is righteous. That is important. And that is your job, especially if you have kids. But you don't deserve to be abused. So be clear that next right action after next right action. Don't think further. Don't think that you're behind. Just next right action after next right action. And you can know something like, I know for sure I need to get the F out of here, and still not do anything, right? So I say this because the denial that people put themselves in so much in my therapy practice and my groups and my courses is because they fear that if I know it, then I must change it right now. So what I say is, you can know it and do nothing. But I want you to have your eyes wide open for yourself. When it's just you and you know if you're in an abusive relationship. You know if you should get out, even if you can't right now. No shame, no judgment, right? But the knowing is very important, because once we sort of admit to ourselves like, hey, this is not sustainable, somewhere energetically you're putting your stake in the ground and you're inviting the universe to conspire in your favor to figure this out. And I've helped zillions of women do it, and I know that Lisa does as well, and that you can figure it out. Just one next right action at a time.